In the heart of Sambisa Forest, a Christian leader faced armed militants and an impossible choice: renounce his faith or die. He stood firm, not pleading or cursing, but radiating calm and compassion. Instead of begging for his life, he prayed for his captors, asking for their forgiveness and peace. His courage was quiet, his faith unbreakable, even as he faced death. This act of selfless love stunned everyone present. His sacrifice became a legend, whispered in villages, and remembered as a single note of grace in a world of violence. The story challenged the cycle of revenge that ruled the region. It planted a seed, asking, what kind of faith empowers a man to forgive his own killers? That question lingered, changing hearts in ways no one could have predicted. In the darkest place, a new story of hope began. The leader's final act spread far beyond the forest, sparking conversations everywhere. In a land ruled by revenge, forgiveness was revolutionary. Instead of retaliating, Christian communities chose to pray for their enemies. This radical response confused their persecutors, who expected anger and resistance. The Christians' quiet resilience and refusal to hate became a living sermon. Their daily choice to forgive softened even the hardest hearts. The cycle of violence began to break, replaced by a mysterious strength. Forgiveness became their weapon, and it changed everything. The story of grace was more powerful than any act of revenge. It showed a new way to be human, even in the midst of suffering. Among those transformed by the story was a young Fulani militant, later known as David. Raised on tales of conflict, he saw Christians as enemies, until he witnessed the leader's final prayer. The act of forgiveness shattered his beliefs and haunted him. David saw strength, not weakness, in the leader's peace. He began to question the path of violence and saw his Christian neighbors differently. Their courage and dignity in suffering planted doubt in his heart. The seed of change grew, pulling him away from hatred. David's journey toward truth had begun. The power of forgiveness was working in unexpected ways. David's struggle followed him into his dreams, where a man in white offered peace and a new path. The dreams were relentless, urging him to leave violence behind. Desperate for answers, David risked everything to approach a Christian family. Instead of rejection, he found welcome and understanding. They told him the man in his dreams was Jesus. Suddenly, everything made sense. The leader's courage, the community's forgiveness, and his own longing for peace. David chose to lay down his weapons and follow Jesus. The faith he once feared became his greatest hope. The story of transformation was now his own. David's decision marked a turning point for many. A new chapter was beginning. David's faith ignited a passion to share the message with his Fulani people, but the Bible was locked in foreign languages, inaccessible to most Fulani. David partnered with a missionary to translate the gospel into Fulfulde. Their teamwork bridged cultures and broke barriers. They worked tirelessly to ensure the translation resonated with Fulani hearts. This partnership became a symbol of reconciliation and unity. The message of hope was finally ready to be heard in the language of the people. The story of Jesus was now truly theirs. A new voice was rising among the Fulani. With the translation complete, a new challenge emerged. Most Fulani couldn't read. The answer was audio Bibles, solar-powered devices that spoke God's word in Fulfulde. David and others traveled to remote villages, sharing the message under trees and in huts. For the first time, the Fulani heard the stories of faith in their own language. The effect was profound. Hearts opened, tears flowed, and hope spread. Audio Bibles passed from hand to hand, igniting a quiet movement. Whole families and communities embraced the new faith. The sound of hymns in Fulfulde mingled with daily life. The message bypassed barriers, reaching straight to the heart. The sound of hope was changing the savannah. The wave of conversions brought joy, but also fierce backlash. Fulani Christians faced persecution from their own people, ostracism, violence, and loss. They had to choose, abandon their faith or risk everything. Many became refugees but carried their faith as their greatest treasure. Despite suffering, they chose forgiveness over revenge. Their courage deepened, purified by adversity. The story of the Fulani Christians became a testament to unbreakable hope. True courage, they showed, is choosing faith in the face of fear. Their journey proves that light shines brightest in darkness. The cost was great, but the power of belief was greater. Their story continues, a beacon of hope for all.